guys, welcome to Priceless B Movies. I'm your host, Colin Price, and this is a beautiful day. This is a truly wonderful day when those of us like myself who have waited most of their lives for this can finally once again say, it's showtime. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is the long-awaited sequel to Beetlejuice. Oh, shit. What am I worried about? The guy's not real. He's not real, Colin. I don't know why I'm not uptight about it. The thing is, I'm sure that every critic's made that mistake during their review for this movie. Honestly, personally, I'm more concerned about the frequent possessions that I have to endure by the ghost of James Brown, but that's just me. That's weird when that happens. This long-awaited sequel sees the return of Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz. Now, at this point in her life, she runs a paranormal show called Ghost House, where she has people come on and talk about different hauntings. She's basically a paranormal researcher. This is an interesting way to build on the character since we know from the first movie that she can see ghosts while most other people can't. Her overbearing manager and boyfriend, Rory, played by Justin Theroux, is trying to get her to a point where he can really get her to see her full potential, but she's not doing so well. She's popping pills here and there, and she's seeing Beetlejuice in visions, and she's got this almost PTSD thing going on from that first movie, even 30 years on. Things don't get any better for her when her father, Charles Dietz, dies, and then she and her mom, once again returning as Catherine O'Hara, as Delia Dietz, now they have to get together for the funeral, and Winona Ryder also has to get in touch with her estranged daughter, Astrid, played by Jenny Ortega. If you think that this is a lot of characters already, just you wait. While all this is going on, Beetlejuice is down in the underworld, and he's working in a call center with a bunch of those shrunken head guys from the end of the first movie. And he's in trouble himself. Seems this vengeful spirit played by Monica Bellucci is after him. I'm not going to get into why, but he's got her on his tail. And Willem Dafoe is showing up as, he's like a PI character, but in his life, he was a B action movie actor. And some of the best scenes of the movie come from him where he just can't shake that persona. So all of a sudden, he'll just kind of break into this dialogue that sounds like it's from a really bad 80s action movie. So Beetlejuice is really kind of watching his back, but then he sees the opportunity to come at Lydia again when she has to return to the home in Winter River that they all had their run in the first film. So once again, Beetlejuice is after Lydia, and now a whole bunch of people are after Beetlejuice too. At some point this is all going to come to a head, and I'm here for it. Now, since I'm sure a lot of other critics are going to do this in their reviews, I'm not going to go into some long-winded diatribe about how long it took to make this and how many different scripts were gone through. And all. Let's just appreciate that we got it, man. I think a lot of people, myself included, years and years ago kind of gave up on this ever being a thing. And then when everyone was like, oh no, Michael Keaton's actually back and they have a script and they've all agreed to it. And, it was something like 2 years ago, I think, all these headlines started hitting. I was like... honestly, I was totally relaxed and cool and calm about the situation. So now that the movie's finally here, what do I think? God, baby, baby, baby. Okay, once I said that was weird, right? I can't be the only one he's after. Well, I'm happy to report that the wait was well worth it. This is an incredibly fun movie that stacks right next to the original film. And I was really worried, too. I definitely had my doubts that this... Yes, can I help you? Hold on, everybody. You're getting heavy, Everybody, this is Luna, and she's decided that she is the unofficial co-host of Priceless B Movies today. I haven't been able to get this one to calm down all morning, so I think she's just going to be part of the show until I finish this review. Y'all don't mind, do you? Anyways, I was saying, this is a really fun movie, just as good as the first one. I really like how everything seems like a natural expansion. A lot of times in these long-awaited remakes, we get a lot of characters who are thrown in there basically for one scene of fan service and then they're gone. And I'm so glad that they didn't really treat anybody like that in this movie. We don't get Alec Baldwin or Gina Davis returning, but they do have a good explanation for that. We also, of course, don't get Jeffrey Jones returning as Charles Dietz. Now, for those of you who aren't in the know, Jeffrey Jones, who played Charles Dietz in the original film, the father, well, he's got some, registered sex offender issues, so he's not acting anymore. He's basically been blacklisted from Hollywood. They do, of course, have to address Where is Charles Dietz in this movie? I'm not going to ruin for you how they do, though, because it's honestly some of the funniest gags in the movie revolve around their explanation for what's going on with Charles. Jenna Ortega does really well as Astrid, as Lydia's daughter. I was actually kind of surprised to know everyone talks a big game about her in Wednesday. I haven't actually watched Wednesday. I just didn't have much of an interest in it. Of course, I've seen all the viral clips of the dance and different scenes, but it just didn't strike me as my cup of tea. But here she does a really good job. I can't speak on any kind of comparison. I did like her in this, especially with as little as the character really has to do. I will say I'm starting to get a little tired of how many movies we're getting these days where the focus of the plot revolves around just an angsty teen girl. But she does the role very well. In fact, I'll say that she does it better than most actresses that I see in movies these days. Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara as well in their respective roles. They also bring their A game. I mean, Catherine O'Hara, I was saying this to my girlfriend. We were sitting watching the movie. I think it's so awesome that, she's back. Not only is she acting again, but she's in a lot. She's shown up a few times this year, and I'm glad that at her age she's getting such amazing roles again. And I guess Justin Theroux is fine. He's playing a character that I feel like I've seen in a lot of Tim Burton movies, and he's okay. I think he's kind of the weak link in the cast. I think that his character isn't very likable, and I don't think that he as an actor does a whole lot to save it. The other new additions to the cast fare a lot better. Like I said, especially Willem Dafoe and Monica Bellucci. I think that they both do very well. I will say that I've heard some criticisms of this film that it's very overstuffed, that there's too much going on, and that their characters could have been written out of the movie and you'd still have a good cohesive storyline. And while I do agree with that to an extent, you gotta appreciate just how much fun these two are having. Are they completely necessary to the story? No, absolutely not. But at the same time, I don't know if I would like the movie as much without them. They are so much fun in this film. And then, of course, we got the man himself, Michael Keaton, returning as Beetlejuice. Dude, he kills it. Not only does he get quite a bit more screen time in this movie, though I'm glad that he's not in like every single scene, but man, he just jumps right back into it. The dude has not lost a step. I was a little worried after the first trailers made it seem like he was a little more laid back, a little more casual. No, he is right back to his manic, crazy self, and I was really eating up every second of it. The dude is hilarious and just as fun as he is in the original film. There are a lot of ingredients going into this stew, but man, it was a tasty dish. Catch this in the theaters. I'm giving Beetlejuice Beetlejuice 3.5 stars. This is a good one, folks. I would not steer you wrong about something like this. That's my review for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I got a lot more coming, so stay tuned for more Priceless B movies.